Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 165 million years. There were many theropods throughout the Mesozoic era that were extremely formidable. We've picked 72 that dominate the others. In this show, we will talk about these dangerous animals, including when they lived, what they ate, their weaponry, and how humans would fare if these creatures were still alive. From the tyrant lizard king, to the lord of the lizard eaters, to the meat-eating bull, this is 72 Dangerous Animals Prehistory. Appalachiosaurus grew up to 35 feet long or larger and weighed up to 4,400 pounds. It lived 77 million years ago in North America.
Appalachiosaurus was a large tyrannosaurid from the late Cretaceous period. The only skeleton found was a juvenile and measured 23 feet long. An adult would have reached lengths greater than 35 feet. The holotype was found in 1982 and named in 2005. Appalachiosaurus was named after the Appalachian Mountains, which were what gave the prehistoric landmass, Appalachia, its name as well. Appalachiosaurus had a row of 6 bony crests across the snout, resembling Alioramus. Appalachiosaurus had small arms with 2 fingers, like most other tyrannosaurids. It fed on medium-sized dinosaurs. It was preyed on by the monster alligator Deinosuchus. Appalachiosaurus had a bite force of approximately 32,500 newtons. It could easily crush your bones in its jaws.
Appalachiosaurus takes first for now. Can it hold it against a speedy abelisaur? Pycnonemosaurus grew up to 36 feet long or larger and weighed up to 8,000 pounds. It lived 72 million years ago in Brazil.
Pycnonemosaurus, the dense forest lizard, was a large abelisaur from the late Cretaceous period. Only one skeleton of Pycnonemosaurus has ever been found, and it is poorly preserved. It was found on a farm in 1952 and described in 2002. The skull of Pycnonemosaurus was not preserved with the skeleton, though there were several teeth preserved. The Pycnonemosaurus holotype was approximately 30 feet long, but was a subadult, meaning that fully grown individuals would have been 36 feet long or larger. This makes Pycnonemosaurus the largest known abelisaur. Pycnonemosaurus had small, sharp teeth that it used to take down titanosaurs. It held onto its prey with its mouth, then shook its head to rip out chunks of flesh. It could run at explosive speeds, reaching up to 31 miles per hour. It could swiftly chase you and catch you, then use its large head to kill you.
Pycnonemosaurus overpowers Appalachiosaurus due to its speed. Appalachiosaurus moves to second. Incoming, a powerful destroyer. Brachiosaurus grew up to 30 feet long and weighed up to 5,500 pounds. It lived 75.5 to 74.5 million years ago in North America.
Brachiosaurus, the Brachii destroyer, was a large tyrannosaurid from the late Cretaceous period. Both adults and juveniles have been found. Brachiosaurus had a deep snout, resembling Tyrannosaurus. This gave it binocular vision, allowing it to see much better than more primitive theropods. It had gaze stabilization while it was moving its head. It had an extremely good sense of smell, too. Brachiosaurus had heightened agility and could run at speeds of 25 miles per hour. It would have fed on medium to large-sized dinosaurs as its prey, using its large teeth to finish them off. It could take you out much quicker and easier than its normal prey.
Eversaur can't top our other killer theropods. It takes third. Here comes a once famous Tyrannosauroid. Dryptosaurus grew up to 25 feet long and weighed up to 3,300 pounds. It lived 67 to 66 million years ago in North America.
Dryptosaurus, the tearing lizard, was a medium-sized tyrannosaurid from the late Cretaceous period. In 1897, Charles R. Knight created a painting of Dryptosaurus that made it one of the best-known dinosaurs of the time, despite very few bones actually being preserved. Now the public has largely forgotten about Dryptosaurus. Dryptosaurus was one of the first theropod dinosaurs known to science. Before Dryptosaurus was discovered, American theropods were known only from teeth discovered in Montana. Dryptosaurus had large arms and large hands, unlike other tyrannosaurids. It had 2 fingers on each hand, although it used to be thought that it had 3. It had large curved claws on each finger. Each claw was 8 inches long. It used both its arms and its jaws while hunting. It fed on hadrosaurs. Dryptosaurus could easily take out a human with its jaws and claws.
Dryptosaurus is much smaller and less powerful than our other dinosaurs. It takes fourth. Pycnonemosaurus still reigns strong in first. Up next, a theropod with teeth resembling a shark's. Karasaurus grew up to 42 feet long and weighed up to 15,400 pounds. It lived 100 to 94 million years ago in North Africa.
Karasaurus was a giant carcharodontosaurid from the late Cretaceous period. The Karasaurus holotype was discovered in 1914, but was destroyed by an Allied bombing in World War II. Karasaurus's neurocranium survived the bombing, as an endocast was created beforehand. In 1995, a nearly complete skull was discovered. The name Karasaurus means shark-toothed lizard. It was named this because its teeth look nearly identical to a great white shark's, being thin and heavily serrated. The great white shark's genus name is Carcharodon, which is what gave rise to the full name of the dinosaur group Carcharodontosauridae. It had a high tooth replacement rate, meaning it could quickly replace any teeth that became damaged while feeding. Its large skull was lightly built, and its snout was V-shaped. Its skull measured up to 5.2 feet long. Carcharodontosaurus had small arms. A biomechanical analysis was done on Carcharodontosaurus's lifting capabilities and found that it could lift up to 935 pounds with its jaws. It had a bite force of 11,312 newtons, meaning it didn't eat bones. Carcharodontosaurus had enlarged crests over its eyes, like Allosaurus. They were likely used to attract mates. Carcharodontosaurus didn't have binocular vision due to the shape of its head, but it could have tilted its head downward and looked up to give itself binocular vision, however, as its head was thinner on top. It could charge its prey with its head lowered so it could see better, then raise it to deliver a bite to its prey. Its shark-like teeth would have easily sliced through its prey's flesh. Carcharodontosaurus lived alongside Spinosaurus, but they fed on different prey in order to reduce competition. It could easily slice its teeth through a human and cut them apart.
Carcharodontosaurus shoots straight to first. Pycnonemosaurus moves to second, Appalachiosaurus to third, Eversaur to fourth, and Dryptosaurus to fifth. Now, it's time to introduce the final creature in our 72. Marxis grew up to 38 feet long and weighed up to 9,400 pounds. It lived 95 to 93.9 million years ago in Argentina.
Marxis was a giant carcharodontosaurid from the late Cretaceous period. The Marxis holotype was discovered in 2012 and is the most complete carcharodontosaurid skeleton known from the southern hemisphere. Marxis was described and named in 2022. Marxis was named after the dragon ridden by Queen Rhaenys Targaryen in the novel series A Song of Ice and Fire. Marxis resembles Acrocanthosaurus in size and proportions. It had small forelimbs like other carcharodontosaurs. Its second toe claw was massive compared to its others, and was twice the size of its fourth toe claw. The Marxis holotype was 53 years old, making it the oldest non-avian theropod ever discovered. While Tyrannosaurus had periods of rapid growth, Marxis grew slowly its entire life without any growth spurts, and reached its maximum size 4 years before its death. Marxis was discovered at the same formation as Appalachiosaurus, but it was found in an older layer of rock, meaning that they did not coexist. Marxis fed on iguanodonts and sauropods as its prey. It had large serrated teeth, allowing it to cut through the flesh of its prey. Its large size would have allowed it to easily kill a human.
Marxis was powerful, but it can't beat Karasaurus. It takes number 2. Ponnosaurus moves to 3, Appalachiosaurus to 4, Eversaur to 5, and Dryptosaurus to 6. Karasaurus wins this episode and moves on to our finalists. Next episode on 72 Dangerous Animals Prehistory, our 12 finalists will compete, and one will win the title of the most dangerous dinosaur to humans. Birds are theropod dinosaurs, and because of this, birds are reptiles. In each episode, we will rank the creatures from 1 to 6 on a scale of how potentially dangerous these creatures would be to humans, and the winner of each episode will showdown with the other 11 finalists in the season finale to decide on which prehistoric creature was the ultimate human killing machine.